Yo, what's up, everybody? Doug Judy here, chilling in kind of wine country on a miniature vacation at the vineyard. You could hear maybe the chickens and stuff in the background. Hey, I wanted to show you all this new feature that came out for the public now, that it's a server transfer. And I was on 817, and it looks like the high 700s and 800s can now transfer to another server. They are all in season 4, as you can see right there. A season, so first season is leading up to Tokyo, all the way through Tokyo. Season 2 is leading up through Bali. Season 3 goes through Tokyo 2. I'm assuming season 4 goes through Bali part 2, but TBD on that. You're limited on which servers you can transfer to, so they all have to be in the same season as far as I know. So these are going to be high 700s up through the high 800s. And then I don't think anyone else beyond that can transfer yet. So maybe it's season 4 when it opens for everybody. I'm just kind of speculating there. I was on server 817. I love those guys and girls. We had a great time, and people just kind of slowly went inactive after Tokyo Part 1, and our second whale and third whale, so on and so forth. So a couple of us moved over to server 872, which seems to be a bit of a hot spot. You can only each server can only accept 30 transfers per season, I guess. And I think 872 is already maxed out. Correct me if I'm wrong on that if you see it out there. But the mayor of that server is my buddy Gohan from server 1000. I think his name's Goku on 872. But I had planned to transfer there when he invited me, and so then I mentioned to another friend of mine, Opa, and then he went there. So, and then a bunch of other people showed up there too. So it was pretty cool, man. Congrats to Gohan for really doing an effective recruitment message to people throughout the months. So how do you transfer? So it costs money, and I think it costs a different amount based on your VIP level, because for me, I only needed 40 tickets, but some people needed more. So you can see City Migration 40 tickets, so you got to buy them. 40 tickets is a couple $100. And then, you have to be approved in some cases. And then there are potentially some issues transferring, but it says you can't be a part of any group. You cannot hold any title. So in my case, I was the mayor at the time, but they opened up this thing where you can transfer the mayor to somebody else. So I gave it to my buddy Skeletor, said bye to everybody, let them know what was happening, and then took off. So those are some stipulations. And then once you do transfer, you cannot transfer again for 30 days, just in case. So I would definitely choose wisely. It only lets you go to people in season 4, as far as I know. And yeah, you are stuck there. So make sure you know the people. Make sure you invite your friends, and hopefully 872 won't be too overpowered. I think it is too overpowered at this point, but that's kind of what I expected to happen, is that all the people, the strong players, they want to group up because they want to be around people that are strong like them. And then but where does that leave the other servers, right? I think only time will tell on that. The matching will be totally messed up. So I think that, some of the F2Ps or people that aren't big spenders, they're going to probably start facing each other. Maybe they'll have more competitive matches. And then the whales are going to start, swinging at other whales. So it will get really interesting. One more thing I would say, too, is that I'm not the nicest player. I'm just somebody who likes to burn shit down. So it's funny that some of my perhaps enemies from previous abroad matches are like, you end up being in the same server with them, and hopefully I didn't inflict too much personal pain on people that they just hate my guts. Maybe I did, I don't know, whatever, it's just a video game. But yeah, so just be aware of that. You may end up being on the same team as somebody who you pissed off, which is its own fun little drama. So but yeah, that's it. That's how server transfers work. Y'all can find me on 872, and there's a lot of crazy craziness on 872. I'll just show you real quick what that looks like. I'm not even in the top 10 on this server. There's some gnarly people here, man. But you know, this account's been F2P since before the Bali warm up, so I expect people would have passed me by now. So but yeah, I think I'm ranked 13 in finance, which is just insane to think about, right? So I think this top player right there, he's like over 1 million. Ronnie, I think he's like over 1 million bucks. But anyway, yeah, check out the server transfer. I believe it will open season 4 for everybody. That's so far what they've done. So, all right, Doug Judy, see y'all out there. Bye.